Hi, I'm Scott Soul. I'm your host today for Northwest Nonprofit Media Weekly here in Seattle, Washington. And today we got some special guests on today to talk about caring about women on the streets and those that are underprivileged in the Seattle area. Specifically, our special guest today is Marty Hartman, who is the Executive Director of Mary's Place. We also have on hand Anita Watley from Tiny Diamond Earrings, who mentors women. And then we have in New Jersey, or I think actually Philadelphia, we have Steph Berge, and she is here just learning, and she is going to be able to hopefully ask some exciting questions of both these executive directors today. So we're just going to go right directly to the meat of the program as we normally do. We're going to go right to Marty Hartman. And Marty, can you maybe give us a little background on Mary's Place?
Great. Mary's Place is the only day center in King County that serves homeless women with their children. We work to provide survival services first, to help women get all that they need, everything from an address to a phone number, to clothing, to feminine hygiene products, to diapers, to formula for their children. And then we go on and work to deal with the tough stuff. The grief, the pain, the loss, the trauma of broken relationships that all the women have endured on their way to their journey through homelessness. So we do 3 groups a day. We work on boundaries, skill setting, communication skills, housing resources, employment resources, working to do everything we can possible to help women reclaim their lives.
Awesome, Marty. And how long have you been around? Has Mary's Place been around?
Mary's Place has been open 13 years. In October, it'll be 13. So we've seen a tremendous increase in the number of women and children we've been serving. In those 13 years, we've seen a 300% increase in the number of families we're serving just in 2012.
Nice. And now I understand that I know that you are in a temporary building. Am I correct?
We are in a temporary location. We are preparing to move our day center to about 6 blocks away to the Hope Center at Gethsemane Lutheran Church, a brand new building with extra bathrooms and toilets and showers. So we are very excited, and a huge commercial kitchen. So.
And I bet the women are really excited to be able to go over there and to help them to begin a new life and to walk on into a stable life.
You bet. They are so excited to have a new facility, to be able to serve more people, to serve more of their sisters on the street, to be able to help and empower others to move up out of homelessness. One of the greatest things about Mary's Place is that even though you might have made it out of homelessness, you continue to come back and mentor those who are newly on the street. You begin to show them the resources. You begin to share with them all that you learned while you were on the street, where to get a meal, where to get health care, where to go when you need a hug or a helping hand. It's amazing, the resources and the desire of the women to help one another.
Well, that's awesome that you have such a caring heart there, Marty, and especially for the women in need. As we know, many communities seem to really forget and that there are many women and children out there that are in between homes or just having a problem getting a hand up. And I got to take my hat off to Mary's Place for doing this and taking hold and doing it. I also understand that you got a new program coming up soon.
We do. We are looking forward to trying to open a nighttime shelter. If you don't know, there are about 1,377 families on a waiting list that just started 1 month ago. All of those families looking for what you and I desire most, a safe place to call home, a safe place to rest at night, a safe place for them and their babies. And so we are working diligently to open our current location, where we are now at 314 Bell Street, as a nighttime shelter before, as we move our day center program over to the Hope Center.
And how many women would this emergency shelter help out? And is it women and children that they can bring in?
Right. It would be strictly for women, homeless women with children, because that is the greatest need and the most underserved need in our community. We're hoping to house 12 families in that space at night from 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning, where they can get hot meals, a community where they can get all the resources they need for health care, diapers, formula, even have Boy Scouts and Girl Scout troops come in and let our children join those troops when they don't have a troop of their own. So really looking forward to it. So we think about 48 family members we can hold.
Awesome.
Wow, and would this be the largest one for specifically women and children in the Seattle area?
It would be. It's the only emergency nighttime shelter. For all of those waiting on that list with Family Housing Connections, this would be the only place they would be able to go while they wait. We know that those families are waiting 2 to 3 weeks for an assessment, and then after they get an assessment, they are waiting for a number for their housing to come up. We know that there are not enough units available. There may be about 100 units available now, but there, like I said, there was 1,300 on the waiting list. So we know it will be at least a month after they have their assessment, and probably even longer before they're able to secure a real bed.
Marty, is there any average time that women with their children take in transitioning from the streets into a stable home environment?
Well, it's different for every family, right? Every family has different circumstances, and every agency has different requirements. But generally, before they started this Family Housing Connection program, it was about a 3-month wait. So now we're not sure. Since the program is so new, we are hoping that things would move quicker, but we also know that there weren't any additional housing units added to the mix. So we anticipate that it will be just as long. The waits can be longer for women with teenage boys. A lot of shelters cut off their boys at 9 years of age. And so where does a mom with a teenage boy go? We have a mom with 2 18-year-old boys that are graduating from Garfield this month. Where were they supposed to go while they wait?
Where are they going then?
Well, we are blessed to have a nighttime shelter. We have partnered with the faith community. 13 churches are hosting our families 1 week a quarter. So we are covered the entire year. They take 14 of our family members and treat them as their own for a week. They pick them up at Mary's Place at 5 p.m. They take them to their congregation. They all have a fabulous meal together about 6 p.m., a home-cooked meal. What could be better? And then youth groups come in and interact with the children. They may play Xbox, or they may help them with their homework, algebra, all those things that not all of us know everything about, including me. And then everybody goes to bed by 9 o'clock, and then they get up at 5:30 in the morning. They have a light breakfast, and the high schoolers will usually take the bus and go to their high school, and the other family members will return to Mary's Place. And from Mary's Place, the elementary school children and the middle school children will get their taxis and their buses to school right out in front of Mary's Place. And then the mom continues to do her job. She looks for housing. She makes sure that the family has medical care. She gets enrolled in a job training program or gets enrolled back to school so that she can find the financial stability she needs to move this family forward.
That is so awesome there, Marty. Thanks for telling us more about where some of these families are going. I think, at least for me, I haven't understood where the women and children are going. So that's so cool that there are families out there that are caring and volunteering their time and their services to be able to help these families. What can people do to help you out to help these women?
There's a lot people can do. You can reach us at through our website, or liz@marysplaceseattle.org, and choose to volunteer at one of these nighttime shelters. We also need funding. We were hoping to get some city funding to open this nighttime shelter, but that funding didn't come through. So we need cash donations as well. We need donations of time. We need diapers. We need formula. We need all of those things that you need in your home to keep your family going dry, safe, and warm. Right now, there's a huge call out for twin sheets and blankets to keep our families warm at night.
And what's the web address that they need to go to for this information or to donate?
So our web address is www.marysplaceseattle.org. You can get some of our information on there, and always feel free to contact us through our volunteer coordinator or our family services coordinator, and there are links, great links on our website there for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Marty. While we're here, I think you know Anita Watley over here. She's the director of Tiny Diamond Earrings, and I believe maybe she comes over and kind of helps out with the women. So if you wouldn't mind hanging out with us just a little bit longer, we're going to talk with Anita. Is that okay?
You bet. We love Anita. Our ladies love Anita. She's one of their favorite sisters, and she has brought incredible blessings and a gift of hope to all of our women. When she comes through the doors, our women light up. So we are excited to hang out with Anita.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you, Marty. Hey, Anita, being executive director of Tiny Diamond Earrings, can you just tell us a little bit about what you do for the women in need here in Seattle?
Well, we do a variety of different things. Our first and strongest wish is to instill dignity and worthiness into the community of women that we serve. We're located inside the Recovery Cafe 2 days a week. We provide bus tickets, personal needs, which is a great need for women, all types of personal needs. And I love to say lip gloss. What woman doesn't want her lip gloss? We also teach a class called Extraordinary I, and that class I call loosely a self-esteem builder. Last quarter we had 4 women. This quarter we had 11. We just had women coming in, and we try and teach them how to get along with one another, like a sisterhood, like Marty said, and teach them how to have a self-respect and for themselves, having healthy relationships and feeling worthy of having a safe home or healthy friendships. Because sometimes within the homeless community, people, they tend to feel like they don't deserve to have basic needs. So that class, really, we're just trying to teach them that you deserve to have a warm bed, you deserve to have lights and gas, you deserve to have people around you that are going to treat you with respect and honor. So along with helping them with basic needs, we want them to feel like they're worthy and they deserve to have it.
Well, thanks, Anita, for explaining about that. And then how often do you go over to Mary's Place? I understand that the women over there really enjoy having you around. Do you have an opportunity to go over there 2 or 3 times a week, or is it one day?
Yeah, usually it was just once a month, and we had a little shortage in our program, so I haven't been back in a while, but I've been talking with Liz, hopefully to come back and bring some goodies and some snacks. And we just have, it's called Andy's Hour, and we do it once a month. And I wish I had my little cards with me, but we have these cards that a game that we play, put 2 cards in front of the woman. When they turn the card over, they have to say, I am, whatever the card says. And if it says, I am beautiful, courageous, we even had one that says, I am curvy. So the ladies came up with that one. So in the second card, you say, you are, and you turn to the woman next to you, and you say, you are whatever, you are beautiful. And then you tell them why you think they're beautiful. So, or why you think they're courageous, or why you think they're someone's hero. So that's the game that we played. And when we first started playing it, nobody wanted to say, I am. They just wanted to say what the card says. And I said, no, no, no. You have to say, I am, what the card says. So that was a real fun game, and we liked doing it.
Well, that sounds like a good time there. I don't know if I really fit in between that one, so I'll allow the women to have fun with that one. But it just sounds like a good time. It sounds like you have such a caring heart also for the women. And to be able to put the 2 of you together and to be able to work, I think that's great. It's good to see nonprofits to work together, because I think both of you know for so many years nonprofits would always put up a fence and say, this is my area, don't come over and bug me. And now I'm seeing more and more of it where nonprofits are starting to share, and that's the design behind Northwest Nonprofit Media, is to bring in the nonprofits and be able to share resources. And I really feel that it enables a larger impact within your communities by doing this. And this is just one great example right here with Mary's Place and Tiny Diamond Earrings sharing with each other. And it's just awesome to see this. And you know, I got a question for you. Since we have Steph over here that is a college student at this time, how many young ladies do you see at both your services, Marty and Anita, that need help?
You want to go, Marty?
Yeah, so at Mary's Place, we see 130 to 180 women and children every day of the week. We distribute over 64,000 meals a year. We are reaching out and loving everybody that comes through our doors, and every day it's different. And unfortunately, every day we have between 10 and 15 new women that are newly homeless on the street. The age ranges from 18 to 83.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's a large span there. Also, just thinking about that, do you have programs to be able to help them continue their education, to be able to maybe get a GED or even to possibly get into college?
We do, and I think that's the one thing that you said that we do really well. I'm proud of the fact that we collaborate with many different job training agencies, with many different schools, with those that provide agencies that provide GED training, and so we're able to connect our women with those resources so that they can move forward. And we take an individual approach. Not everybody needs the exact same thing, so we work with women to find out exactly what they need. Maybe it's English as a second language, and we can help them get retrained with that. So it's all about collaborating. It's all about the individual. It's all about loving people where they are right now.
Exactly. No, we don't have any programs that help women go back to school, but what we try to provide is working wardrobe for women that need clothing to go to school, and we also provide bus tickets for them to get transportation back and forth to school, and sometimes we also get what they need, like papers, pencils, notebooks, so that's the part that we have in that part of that.
Anita, I also want to ask you, if people want to get involved, if people want to donate or volunteer, how can they do this for Tiny Diamond Earrings?
Exactly. On our website, they can go, our website is www.tinydiamondearrings.org, and we have info@tinydiamondearrings.org. That's a long word, but they can go there and send an email, and we try to get back to people within 72 to 48 hours and let them know. When we welcome people to bring their gifts and talents. You know, we are a grassroots organization, so if people have ideas, I'd love to hear it. We'd love to sit down and talk with them and see where they fit in Tiny Diamond Earrings.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Anita. Steph, you've been awful quiet over there. Is it because maybe you got some finals coming up?
Yeah, and I just think it's interesting to like hear the collaboration. It's not something I'm knowledge in, like the Seattle community. Like, is there a lot of homeless people in Seattle? Because I know there's a fair amount in Philadelphia.
Did you want to answer that one, Marty?
Sure. There is a large population of the homeless community, and it is based in mostly in the downtown Seattle area because that's where the greatest resources are. Although we have a one-night count, it shows over 8,000 homeless individuals. But that doesn't include all the families that we know that are out there, those that are couch surfing because they don't have a home, those that are riding the buses all night, those that are maybe sleeping in the ER because they don't have a place to go, or sleeping at the airport. It's very difficult and challenging to put a number on it, but our number is great. And there are people sleeping outside, and there are people in tents, and we need to do all that we can and to get them inside, to get them safe and warm and keep those families together.
Exactly.
Does Seattle have like terrible winters? Like, does it make it worse during the wintertime?
Well, I don't think our winters are too bad. I mean, nobody...
Well, Seattle can be a gray and rainy place.
Yeah. Like, is it cold majority of the time? Because I'm trying to picture like what it is for what it's like for someone that is homeless in the Seattle area and the benefit that you're providing for them. I'm trying to like picture that in my head, kind of, because I've never been there, so I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I'm quiet. Sorry. Because I'm just, in New York, there's just people, like homeless people that, which is really sad, that just play instruments and stuff and like just sleep on the streets. Like, do people play instruments there? Like, how do you promote like creativity like while people are in the shelters, like, or at Mary's Place, and like do you promote the arts?
So for Mary's Place, we do. We have groups and activities that we involve women, because not everyone is verbal and can share their pain and their grief and their loss through groups and sharing. So we have crafts, we have writing groups, we have journaling groups, we have sing-alongs, we have all different types of people that come in and work with us and beside us, and to help women express themselves in all different ways, to help them get out that grief and pain and loss so that they can be able to move forward.
Do you think that helps, like, to have the creative outlet and providing a motivation to find employment, like, besides the help that you're giving people, like the women?
I think it's vitally important to have that creative outlet. That's a part of who we are, and to be able to acknowledge that and to say to people that they're worthy, they're good, and to be able to show them exactly what it is that they're doing and that there's proof of that. They are capable, they are talented. And that's the important thing, that we continue to embrace that for every individual that comes through. You know, when you're homeless and you've lost everything, including your belongings and your children, nobody takes away your creative talent. And so that way we can reignite that in people. Sometimes that's the first step towards healing.
Wow, it's really cool.
Yeah. I really don't mind sharing that. I'm sorry, Scott, go ahead.
No, that's all right, Anita.
That I myself was homeless, and I was homeless with my 13-year-old daughter. And when I went into the shelter, I told them, I said, I lost my home, my belongings. The only thing I had was my daughter's school clothes and her school supplies. And I told them, I said, two things you can't have. You can't have my, and I didn't say creativity, I wish I had said that, but you can't have my dignity and you don't get my hope. Those two things I'm holding on to. And starting Tiny Diamond Earrings, that's what I wanted to reveal and tell women. Nobody can take that away from you. You can give it away, but nobody can take it. Holding on to your dignity and your hope, I mean, it doesn't eliminate the problem, but it enables you to be able to get through it. And then once you're through it, then you can teach that to someone else. But I wish I had thought of the creativity thing. That's really cool.
Wouldn't you know, it would be somebody in the arts that's
Right.
going to bring that one up. And that's an awesome question, because, you know, I came from the streets myself, and that is a huge thing that I really see. Many of them that are out there on the streets have a lot of creativity. Number one, they have to be creative just to be able to survive on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to see this ability to share their creativity with others, and to be able to do that within a place like Mary's Place or Tiny Diamond Earrings or any other women's shelter. That is just so awesome to do that. So, Steph, that was an awesome question there, and greatly appreciated, you know, to hear that from you. And that's why we got you here, girl. Do you have any other questions for them, Steph?
Where did the names come from for Mary's Place and Tiny Diamonds? Like, how did you come up with the names for the shelters?
Ooh, you go first, Mary.
There you go.
Mary's Place came, it was actually started by the Church of Mary Magdalene, which is a church strictly for homeless and formerly homeless women. It's not connected to any one faith. It's for women of faith, women of no faith. And as you know, Mary Magdalene was an outcast in many people's eyes. Some called her a prostitute, but most importantly, she was a friend of Jesus. And so the Church of Mary Magdalene started Mary's Place, named after Mary Magdalene 13 years ago.
Yeah. Well, for Tiny Diamond Earrings, it has a lot to do with my personal story. I'm going to make it really, really quick. So if I sound like I'm rapping because I'm going fast, I'm not really rapping. Just talking really fast. But
you're being creative now.
Well, I had big self-esteem issues to the point where I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to pass by large groups, and I had and I'm being really blatantly honest because that's what a part of Tiny Diamond Earrings is too, just letting go of the funk. Sorry, can I say that on air? But I was so self-conscious I wouldn't wear tiny earrings. I would want to wear big, gaudy earrings to take attention away from me because I felt the smaller the earring, the closer a person has to get in, and then they'll see all the things I don't want people to see. So I finally got the courage, and that was when I was 13. I didn't wear a pair of tiny, small earrings till I was like 40 years old. So once I got the courage to do that, I came up with the program, Tiny Diamond Earrings Mentoring Program, and what a diamond goes through to become a diamond is lots of pressure, lots of heat, and even after you see this beautiful diamond, you still say it's too small, it's too big, it's got a crack in it, it's not clear, it's yellow. And I thought, you know, that's what women go through. And sometimes we do it to ourselves. We compare ourselves to other people, too small, too short, not tall, too wide. And a diamond's a diamond, no matter what. It's still strong. It's still beautiful. It's still priceless. So that's kind of where the name came to be, Tiny Diamond Earrings Mentoring Program. And now, even though I don't have real ones, that's all I wear is tiny little earrings because here I am, deal with it. Kind of. And that's kind of what I told the women. I said, I don't want you running around the street going, I'm a woman, hear me roar. I just want women to be okay with who they are, what they look like, and not care what another person's opinion is.
That is awesome, Anita. Thank you so much for sharing that. I got a quick question for you, Marty. You mentioned Mary's Place being started out from Mary Magdalene Church. Are you still connected with them, or are you your separate nonprofit?
We are our own separate 501c3, but we are sister organizations, and the Church of Mary Magdalene worships in the same space, but they are there on Saturdays, and we are open Monday through Friday. So we are very much sharing the same values, a lot of the same values, and serving a lot of the same women every day. And so women have a spiritual connection too to the Church of Mary Magdalene, where they may not always get that in the homeless community.
So now you said you're open Monday through Friday. Where do these women and children go on the weekends?
Well, they can come to the Church of Mary Magdalene on Saturdays, but really we are not open on Sundays, and that is a void in this city, that there isn't a 24-hour shelter for homeless families, and very much a great need out there, one that we would like to fulfill eventually.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's good to know that, and hopefully some others will be able to see that need and will be able to fill that void here in Seattle. If nobody else has any other questions today, I think we're going to end here. I just greatly appreciate both Marty and Nita for being here, for caring, for having that huge heart for the women out there. Thank you very much for Mary's Place and Tiny Diamond Earrings and all the volunteers. So once again, I'm going to go to Marty. Marty, where can they go if they want to volunteer or donate?
Go to marysplaceseattle.org on the web and get connected to us. Feel free to call us. If you're in the neighborhood, come by. We'd love to have you sit beside us any day of the week.
Okay, awesome. And then Anita, I'm going to go over to you. And what can people do to help you out? Where can they go? What can they call you? Can they go to the email or anything?
Yes, definitely. They can go to our website at www.tinydiamondearrings.org. They can go to the link that says Contact Us, info@tinydiamondearrings.org, and there's a variety of ways that you can volunteer. Mentoring, cash donations, toiletries for the ladies. Just bring your gifts and your talents and your creativity. Thanks, Steph.
Thanks. And then we're going to look over at Steph. Steph, I just got to say thank you so much for being here. You always come up with those interesting questions. You are a creative person, and it's awesome to have you here to be a guest at any time. You're always welcome here. I think I'm going to let you get back to your studies and just wish you the best with everything this week going through your finals. And just want to thank you so much. If you want to
Having me.
Great. And if you want to say hi to your mom and dad, if they're watching, you can go ahead and do that one. So, anyways, my name is Scott Soul. I'm your host, Northwest Nonprofit Media Weekly. We have this every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come in next week, and we'll have a couple of more special guests and talk about what their nonprofits are doing, or we may even see a nonprofit service that enables nonprofits to fundraise or market. So join us next week, Tuesday at 10 a.m. For Northwest Nonprofit Media. Until then, everybody here says good
Bye-bye.
day and enjoy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Nita. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all. Good night. Good morning. Whatever.
Bye.